And you can see my screen, yes, with all my mess. Okay. So, I wanted to write a keynote on just the side hustle. And if you don't know me, my name is Ana Brandt. If you're watching this on the recording, I decided to do something I've never done before, which is just open up a Zoom meeting, really no notice, didn't really tell anyone. Just posted it in the group, sent an email out, and was like, you know what? Whoever's on here can watch it. I feel like when I do formal webinars, then people miss it, then I email. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do a very spontaneous webinar. I'm going to record it. Anyone can watch it on the replay. I know I have an international audience, whenever they want. I'll even put the recording on YouTube. I'm just so passionate about the work that I do. And I'm always trying to figure out ways to communicate it. It's one thing we post on Instagram and then we post reels and then Facebook, like all of the places, right? And then sometimes I feel like no matter what I do, there's still someone that goes, wait, what did I miss? So I'm just trying something new and let's just see how it happens. There's two keynotes that I have. This one is only 15 pages long. This one that I did for builds, the only challenge of sharing my screen is it's not a lot of screen real estate. I'm on a laptop. Not that one. I could have sworn I opened up my build presentation. So I will open up my build presentation. Build, if you don't know, is what I spoke in the Build conference in New York, and I just did it at the Jacob Javits Center. And
So
I
really expensive bag.
hold on.
There's two. It's like super expensive. It was like 100,000.
I
Okay.
cannot stand you.
Way better.
All right, we're gonna mute somebody.
Like, it's how much pounds can like each bag hold?
Mute Crystal.
Yes, Crystal. Oh my, I don't even know we're supposed to be listening to that conversation. Apparently, it's a very expensive bag. Um, I love when people don't mute themselves. It's fantastic because sometimes you're just like, I don't think we're supposed to be listening to this conversation. Okay, so I'm gonna mute all. Everyone's muted. You can unmute yourself. Okay, so everyone's muted. All right, so I'm still screen sharing. So let me just jump over for a minute here. Let me stop sharing for a second so I can get these keynotes. So for those of you who are just jumping on, basically, I made an announcement today of some new things that I was working on, and I was like, you know what? And then I had written a keynote because I felt like people just were not going to get it, and I appreciate those who do. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to write another keynote, and yeah, so here I am. And then I just decided at the 11th hour, I'm going to just go over my build conference. I'm going to go over the new keynote, and I think it'll help someone. And if you're watching it on the replay, that's fine. If you have any questions, you can post it in my photographers group. And I know that this may reach people that are not in my group. So I'm going to put up, in fact, Heather, can you just put up a link to my main photographers group? Just because I do have an international audience and some people they might be watching this on the replay. It might be in the middle of the night.
Facebook?
And what was it?
You just want the Facebook or you
Yeah,
want your
just the Facebook group.
okay.
It's fine. Okay, so let me make sure that I have my keynotes ready. So I'm going to go again and I am recording this. So hold on a second. Oh, I know what it was. All right, bear with me a second. Bear with me a second. And whoever has zero idea what I'm talking about, you'll find out in 1 second. I just realized I undid a drive. So hold on, hold on. Here we go. I don't know if this is my latest one, but we'll find out. Build. Okay, so if those of you who don't know me, I'm Ana Brandt. I'm a photographer, 26 years. I was asked to speak at the Build conference from B&H in Jacob Javits last week, and I loved it 2 weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks now. I don't even know where the time went. So let me share my screen. And if you weren't there, you'll be able to see some of my keynote. One of the things I'm going to be talking about today is the side hustle. All of the images that you're going to see in both presentations are all me, all AI. Super important to say. I have about 200 versions of me. I just trimmed my hair, so this is my pre-hair. But I really want to get this message across because I feel like so many people could add a side hustle and it's there. It's there for you. And I think it could relieve some financial stress that so many people have been feeling. So before I go into the new keynote, I'm going to just give you an idea of what I taught in Build. Now, this was a 45-minute presentation that I said super fast. I was talking like 10 times faster than I'm talking now. And I just don't have the time to go through the whole presentation again, so I'm going to skim over it. From what I understand, B&H will be posting my recording hopefully soon. So when that is available, I will definitely, make sure I can link it for everybody. But the topic was AI for creators, how to scale, monetize, and build wealth. I started this AI journey 2.5 years ago, not knowing really anything of what I was doing about anything. Okay. And I just realized that I think I'm just showing you the cover page. That's not going to help you. But you would think, let me see, you would think, well, I can probably just open these up. Oh, here we go. This is so tricky when I'm sharing my screen. I'm gonna have to stop again because it won't let me open things up while I'm talking to you. So bear with me. I'll just open up in Adobe Acrobat. How about that? Okay. So let's go back because it just does not want to cooperate with me. Okay, you can see the presentation. Yes? Yes. Okay, so if I just come down a page and I'm going to just come down a little bit, the idea is you can monetize your mind, turn your ideas into income. And this is something people do every day. People are doing this all the time. I started AI 2.5 years ago. During that time, I've created an online community, the AI Creative Collective. I've created a digital academy on site to teach people how to do their AI twin, how to create music, how to create coloring books, how to monetize their mind. I've self-published 2 books, generated over 10,000 images. I sell my backdrops physically and I sell digital images, and I mentor photographers in person and online in AI technologies. And I feel like I'm just getting started. If you don't know me, this is year 26. I've been teaching 18 years. I'm trying to wrap up this year with my basic teaching of maternity and newborn. I have over 50 certified trainers that are going to be going and training for me. And next year, I'll be focusing more on AI technologies. Okay. When I first started doing AI, 2.5 years ago, it was just because I wanted a mermaid tail for my daughter's mermaid pictures. And that's kind of how it started. I have an inspiration guide that you can go to the AI Creative Collective, watch the before and after, and just kind of see some of the things that I've done. And over here is just some of the images. You can see all of this in that free guide. A lot of people are freaking out with AI. They're afraid that it's going to replace them, and it's not. These are all AI images here. Many of us are bored. We get bored of posting behind the scenes and the reels and the videos. And it's like, after a while, you just feel like you constantly have to do your hair, constantly have to do your makeup, constantly have to show up. And it gets tedious because a lot of us are photographers. But if you're watching this and you're not a photographer, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you're trying to, or dad, you're trying to make more money. Maybe you're someone that just graduated college. My daughter just graduated college and she's looking for a good summer job. Maybe you're somebody that's looking for part-time income. There's so many different things that AI can help you with. Maybe you want to expand your business. There's so many ways, okay? So if we go through, AI is everywhere right now, and it's just going to keep going more. Okay. And so for everybody who says they hate AI, it's like it can speed up our workflow, it can fine tune our tasks, it can redefine our business plan, help with research and development, exercise our mind, image to video can send our branding message. I put heal a broken heart from missing a loved one because this is my dad. You can't see this right now. Maybe I'll show it later, but it's an image to video. He passed away and he was smiling and laughing, and it's one of my favorite things. But there's a lot of things we could not do a year ago. Okay. So in this keynote, I talk about things like, if you're struggling with your business, you can put these are sample prompts that you could put into ChatGPT and you could literally change your business. Recently, I did a 5-day boot camp for members, and that was free for my accountability members, not my accountability platinum members. And that's at anabrandteducation.com. And I wanted to show them, some of them are still working on the content that now is so different than a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, you had to get a mentor. You had to take an in-person class. You had to hire someone for SEO. You had to like get new programs. Now you can literally sit down with ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever your AI program is, and put things in there and say, hey, act like my business mentor, act like my strategist, and evaluate my business, and it will literally spit out. And the more you talk to the AI, the more it will help you. But there's a lot of people that still can't do this. Why? Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're not very computer literate. This is something that you could offer to help other people with. This is a service you can sell, and people are doing it. So this is just another image I'm not going to show you. This was a book that I created talking to my daughter literally over the phone. She was getting ready to generate. She was getting ready to graduate. She was doing 3 jobs. She was super stressed out. And she was like, Mom, I really want to quit my job because I'm graduating in a month and I'm barely keeping up with finals and my job. Can I just quit my jobs and work for you? And I said, absolutely. She gave the proper notice and she quit. And this was maybe a month or 2 before she was graduating. And then I made sure that whatever work I gave her didn't require a lot of thought process, so that she could put in the hours, get work done, and help me out. And so there's a lot of things I do when it comes to image generation in Midjourney and Discord that I just need someone to download the images I've sourced, or I need someone to upsize the images that I've done, or proofread something I've written. And so I ended up not only hiring my daughter, but 3 of her roommates that still work for me. What's great about empowering this generation is, number one, they're super fast and they're super quick to anything AI. I can train them in 5 to 10 minutes. They can work from the comfort of their own home. I can see their progress, and they can make money. And they're going to make twice as much money than they would going to McDonald's. And this really works for any age. This is a $10 book that's in my Stan store. I've had a ton of people buy it for their kids, for their grandkids, and, young adults and older adults have bought this for themselves. I also wrote another book, The Photographer's Guide to How to Make Money with AI. This is on the AI Creative Collective. This is the only image that's actually an image taken with a camera. The rest is AI. But what I did was I was in Jordan for 10 days last August, and I just kind of sat down and wrote down everything that I had done to make money using AI. And before you know it, I had almost a 100-page book. And so I brain dumped for about 24 straight hours. I then took that content, put it in AI, had it reformat it, proofread it again, and within 48 hours, I had a book. And within 7 days, I had sold almost $10,000 on this book, just to give you an idea. So this was sitting in a hotel in Jordan. Now, just because I have a big audience, this is something all of you can do. We all have this we all have this content, we all have ideas, and many times we just need to get it down. But this is so different now, because never in a time could we just sit down, type out our thoughts, and then ask the AI, clean it up, format it, put it into, a book, a PDF, a course. It can do all that. All you need to do is sit down and take your mind and put it into words, right? So scaling, I have now cross-pollinated all of my social media platforms. My stats for all platforms have gone through the roof. Everything is monetized. I'm receiving daily deposits from Facebook. I get deposits from YouTube. All of this without any paid advertising, by the way. I do not do any paid advertising, not on Google, not on Facebook, not on Instagram. I haven't done paid advertising in years. Facebook's paying me. YouTube's paying me. Why? Because I just cross-pollinate everything. I don't even think about it. Whatever I post on Instagram is automatically going to go to Pinterest. It's going to go to 3 different Facebook pages. It's going to go to YouTube. Videos and Reels are going to go to YouTube Shorts, and it's going to go to TikTok, and it's going to go to LinkedIn. And so all of this can be done 5, 10, 15 minutes of your time and then let it run. I teach how to do this in the marketing section in the AI Creative Collective, of which many of you are already members. I do believe that you can have monetization by the different social platforms and wealth, but you've got to start somewhere. And so many people aren't starting. They're just thinking and waiting like, oh, I need a bigger audience, or I need more time, or I need this. But I'm telling you, if you just do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, it's going to grow. It cannot not grow. 2 negatives equals a positive. But you've just got to go somewhere. You've just got to start. And with AI, it's easier than ever. The thing is, with AI, you can't gatekeep. If you want to make money, no gatekeeping. If you want to teach courses, if you want to create products, if you want to write a PDF, if you want to sell how to do AI headshots, gatekeeping is out the window. And so everyone that's making money in AI is not gatekeeping. They're showing you what's possible. Because honestly, what's the point of gatekeeping when anybody can Google anything? You can go on YouTube, you can learn all of this. You can go really in any platform and look at anything. So there's no reason to gatekeep anymore. So here's the truth. And I'm going to kind of jump over to my new presentation because this was my build presentation. But one of the things that I had said to the build conference is you don't need to be famous. You don't need to be technical. You don't need to have a big following. You need a vision, you need intention, and a willingness to build. And I want to underline willingness to build because I mentor a lot of photographers. I teach a lot of photographers. I just came back from India with a room full of people. And I'm like, what are you waiting for? And when I asked, 20 people in the room who was under 30, 2 people raised their hand. 2. And of the 2 people that raised their hand, one of them asked me questions nonstop for 2 days. The rest of them were 40s and 50s and even older. And I heard hardly anything from them. And I was like, do you want to grow or not? Because if you want to grow, you've got to be asking questions. You've got to be saying, how can I do this? How can I grow? And then you just have to start. But the thing is, we're already 2.5 years in. Imagine if some of the things I'm showing you, imagine if you did this 2.5 years ago. Imagine. I opened up my AI creative platform 2.5 years ago at $49, telling people, I don't even know what I'm getting myself into, but if you're in, just jump in. And some of those people have gone on to make tons of money in online stores. They're selling their digitals. They've spoken, they've taught, they've mentored, oh my gosh, Falguni's in India, who's one of my students. She has brand partnerships. She's doing AI with me. Shannon Bailey opened up an Etsy store. She's selling some of her products. We have photographers in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany that are selling their digital creations. I mean, I have people that own backdrop companies that revamped their entire backdrop company. I could give you case study after case study after case study of people that said, Anna, I'm in, I'm going with it. But some people just waited too long. The good news is it's not too late. You can start today, tomorrow. It's not too late. There's still a lot of people not doing anything. Okay. Your ideas are your inventory. I want to say that again. Your ideas are your inventory. I have endless ideas. I literally wake up every day, 5, 5:30, 6 in the morning. I don't even need an alarm clock. I usually wake up before my alarm clock because I have so many ideas. And I'm a busy photographer. I travel. I have my own store. I don't have a lot of staff, very little. And there's just so much that I want to do. And I really want to empower other people that everything I'm doing, you can do too. Okay. So this was just a 50,000-second overview of my build conference that I spoke with at Jacob Javits Center a couple of weeks ago. It was sponsored by B&H Photo. They will be putting my presentation, I assume, on YouTube soon. When it's up, I will definitely post it. If you're interested in learning about Midjourney or AI, that's thecreativecollective.com. But I'm going to jump over to what I wrote about what I introduced today. So this morning, I introduced a new thing that I'm working on because I literally jumped off my plane yesterday and called up Heather in New York and was like rattling off her ear, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I had left India, had a layover in Turkey, was there for Turkey, in Turkey a little bit, and then jumped on a 13-hour plane ride. Of that 13-hour plane ride, I think I only slept 2 or 3 hours because my brain was just going, 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 going of the endless opportunities that are there right now that people are just not taking advantage. The side hustle, there's first of all, just side hustle in general. Anybody can do a side hustle. Okay. Now, keep in mind, every image you're seeing is all AI. Again, I'm 18 years as an online educator. I have over 25,000 students worldwide on my Belly Baby School platform. I've created digital guides, PDFs, mentorship programs, and I've been deep diving into AI for the past 2.5 years. I run the AI Creative Collective, and in which we have photographers all over the world, in which I teach image generation using Midjourney, as well as composites, as well as marketing. If you're looking for how to cross-pollinate, that's where you want to go for the marketing. But I also have marketing courses in Belly Baby School as well. The Digital Academy, AI.com, and AnaBrandtAI.com are recent sites. I will say that right now, I'm the only newborn photographer in the entire world that has such an extensive collection in AI technologies and education materials. And I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg of what I'm about to do. I have an AI physical AI tour next year, and I can't even imagine what it's going to be like there. If I show you the Digital Academy, when I opened this up, it was to teach people basically how to monetize their mind. So there's 3 modules. Module 1 is how to be a digital creator. And in here, I talk about how to just create tools that you can sell. So we did things like coloring books, and we went over planners and journals and digital kits, educational materials. I have some students that are doing PDF farming and they're creating PDFs and selling them. Others have created coloring books. Others have made digital kits. Others are working on a sticker business, a magnet business, educational materials. It doesn't have to be photography. So the Digital Academy started because I wanted to show people that you can monetize your mind. When I say that, all that means is, let's say you have 10 great recipes of amazing lunches that you feed your children that are super nutritional. You can sit down and write those recipes, make a PDF, sell it for $10. Do you know how many moms are looking for nutritional recipes for kids' lunches? I know that when I was making my kids' lunches, I was constantly trying to come up with new ideas. And yes, parents can Google it. Yes, they can go on Pinterest. But if they know you, and let's say your name is Sarah, and you have 3 kids, and I have 3 kids, and they're in the same age range, but for some reason your kids' lunches look amazing and mine don't look amazing, I'm going to be like, hey, what are you making? And if you go, oh my gosh, I wrote like a $10 PDF on, 30 days, 30 lunches for kids pre-K to 6th grade, there's a link in my bio. I would buy it. Would you not? Would you not like spend $10 to figure out what you're going to feed your kids for the next 30 days? I would. We buy this stuff all the time. PDFs are selling for $7, $27, $24, $13, $5. I've bought a million of them over the past couple of years. And all this is people monetizing their mind. You can sell in Etsy, you can sell in Stan Store, you can sell in Squarespace. So that's kind of how this site started. Was I wanted to teach people that you can do this. So in module 1, I kind of brain dump and go over all the things and ideas that you can do. And this is just learn on your own. You don't need to be in a live class. Then came along the AI headshot. I got to tell you, when I learned how to do this, it blew my mind. I remember the first couple times I was trying to do it, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to work, and I was super frustrated. I almost walked away like 50 times. And then when I got it to work, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what people are, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. And I did write a book on the 24-second headshot, and all of these images are me. Some look really close to me, others not so much. But some of them, especially this one, every time I post this one, people think it's me. Because when I wear my hair to the side and I have makeup on, that's what I look like. When I'm speaking, that's what I look like. And so there are people that they swear this is me and it's not. But what's fascinating is when you're posting this on a story or when you're posting this on social media, honestly, the general public isn't going, is that real? Is that AI? They're not. The general public is, they love it. And I got to tell you, all the people that are doing this, their response on the AI image is 10 to 1 of a traditional image. It's 10 to 1. It's because it looks good. It feels good. We're drawn to it. So the AI headshot changed my life. Do you know why it changed my life? Because as someone who teaches others, as someone who travels, first of all, I hate having my headshots done. I can't stand it. I do it every year. I have my staff do it. I have my kids do it. I always do it. But here's what happens. Every time someone wants to interview me for a podcast, I send the same boring headshot. Every time I'm writing a keynote, it's the same boring headshot. Every time I'm posting something, same boring headshot. Now with these, when B&H asked for me for my headshot, I sent them a digital headshot. They didn't kick it back and said, this doesn't look like you. They're like, fantastic, great. When someone wants to interview me for a podcast or for an article, I send them any of my digital headshots. When I want to post a reel or a story and I want to get my point across, I post one of these. You can then go image to video, which is super easy to do. And now there's all kinds of things about taking this and creating podcasts out of it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So much more is going to come. Here's the problem. The problem is we assume that everybody knows how to do this. We assume that everybody wants to do this. Not everybody wants to do this. And the ones that do want to do it just don't know how to do it. I can throw out cling, I can throw out replicate, I can throw out hugging face, I can throw out all these things, Clio, and people can Google it, Hedra. I mean, there's hundreds of them and people can Google it, but then they've got to sit down, they've got to watch the tutorials, they've got to watch the videos, they've got to figure out, and it's not that easy. It's hours and hours and days and time that people don't have, and they need quick results. My module 3 was all about creating your own music. I was super impressed when one of my students, like weeks later after watching this module, said he already created and published his album on Spotify and was selling it. And that's what's amazing. That's what's amazing is when some of my creators are like, "Oh my God, Anna, I did it." And guess what? I had such a better response to my reels, to my videos. My statistics are going up. So let's say you're a photographer and you're really trying to get more views to your page and you really want to get more of a response. You start posting things like your AI videos, your headshots. Let me tell you, you will get a good response. Just today, I did a little image to video of an image that I did in India. And it's just I didn't even add music, but this was an image that I edited, put image to video using Kling, and it's just so fun. You have to understand that the average customer isn't going to look at this and go, is that Kling? Is that Vio? Wait, what is she using? What image? The majority of the person's not going to do that. The majority of the person's just going to look at it and go, ooh, that's cool. It's going to make them stop the scroll. Or they might go, I wonder what she's using. I wonder what technology she's using. How can I learn that? There's so many things that we do, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a teacher, whoever you are, that people want to know how to do it. 44% of US adults have a side hustle. 44%, because we have to. The economy sucks, right? So especially if you're a teacher, you have a side hustle. I have a client who, gosh, a couple months ago, we were just doing video and we were talking to him. I think I lost count of how many jobs he had. He had so many jobs. He had party rentals. He had car washing service. I think he had pet grooming. He had haircuts. I mean, he had so many side hustles. And I was like, you're my guy. I just love it. So many of my clients, they're like, Anna, I see what you're doing. I want to learn more. I have clients that ended up becoming photographers just from becoming models in my workshops. And then they start listening to me talk about marketing. And they're like, you know what? I think I want to start a business, or I think I want to be a photographer. I have a client of mine. He's a former CIA agent. A couple of months, he was like, Anna, can I call you? He like sent me an email. Can I call you? I started a side hustle. I'm teaching women self-defense. I'm working with the Beverly Housewives of Orange County. Can I call you? And I was like, yeah. He called me up. He wouldn't stop talking to me. Gosh, it's more than a couple months ago because he was there for a Christmas session and his wife started yelling at him because the entire time during his Santa session, he just kind of pulled me aside and was like, Anna, 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 I need a website. I need this. How do I do this? And some of the housewives that he's teaching are my clients. And so, we just started talking and then he had to leave for like 2 months to go protect a private client. But he was like, Anna, when I knew that I had a side hustle and I knew I had to figure out a way to market it, he's like, who do I call? I call Ana Brandt because she's going to help me. And it's just so funny because this is a man, he has credentials a mile long, and he was leaving to go on a quiet assignment. He couldn't tell us where he was going or who he was protecting. And all he's thinking about in his spare time is his side hustle. Those are my clients. I love those clients. And these clients have spent thousands of dollars with me. And I love those clients because they're entrepreneurs, they're CEOs, they're on LinkedIn. They need headshots besides that headshot that they buy every single year. They're writing books. And so, someone like him, I could create his AI headshot for him, or his wife is pretty savvy. She created his website. I could go to her and say, buy my headshot course, create headshots for Corey, because then as he's promoting, all she has to do is hit generate, 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 and replicate, and he'll have a new headshot. And he's not going to go and buy headshots every year. It's just not practical. And every time I talk to people, they're like, why are you devaluing the industry? Why are you just telling people only to do AI? If you know anything about me, I still run a photography business. I still want clients in front of my camera, but I'm not an idiot. I know what works and what doesn't, and I know that money can be made. A lot of people give up their side hustles because they don't have clarity in what they're trying to teach or spread or create or what product they want to do. They get overwhelmed with the tech. I've been in tech since I was 22 years of age, coding websites. I'm very comfortable with tech, but a lot of my clients are not. And so they need simple things. They need to understand what to do. Okay. So, the opportunities. This market is ready for you. The digital content is projected to be 400 billion by 2030, and I believe it. I believe it. Top sellers, PDFs, planners, online courses, digital books, mentoring and coaching, AI content services, any age, anywhere in the world. Anywhere. Your 14-year-old can do this. Your 15-year-old can do this. Your 16-year-old can do this. Your 60-year-old could do this. I mean, anybody can do this. I have grandmothers in my classes. I have grandfathers that come in and they're like, Anna, we're trading stocks. We do this. My brother, just the other day, I have three brothers. The other day was talking about crypto and, he was going back and forth with some of my siblings and they were talking about PDFs and all kinds of things. People are buying content all day long. There's information that you have that you can pass on to other people. You just don't know it. Okay, so what can you sell? I mean, anything. PDFs, guides, templates, checklists, courses, workshops, mentoring, coaching, digital images, digital backgrounds, AI content, bundles. I mean, there's so many things you can sell. A lot of my followers are photographers. So I'm going to talk to the photographer and then I'm going to talk to the non-photographer. As a photographer, you have way more knowledge than you think. You know, basic photography 101. I mean, whether you're talking to kids, whether you're talking to adults, iPhoneography. There's people that want to take good pictures with their iPhone. Are you really great at your iPhone? Do you know how many people don't know how to do reels? Every time I'm teaching a class, people tell me, Anna, I'm not good at reels. I take too long at reels. Can you give me like a reel 101 class? Can you give me a TikTok 101 class? Can you give me a how to propagate my social media class? Like I could literally quit my job and write PDFs all day long and do nothing but PDF farming, but I don't have that kind of time. But there's so much knowledge that you have. And so people are always like, Anna, I don't know what I would sell. I don't know what I would teach. And I can rattle it off for anyone because I'm like, what do you do on a regular basis that you don't have to think about? Think about that. As a photographer, is it your editing? Is it your shooting? Is it setting up for a client? How to set up your lights? There's people that don't even know what light stand to buy. What gear do you buy? What camera do you need? How do you get started? What camera settings? How do you book clients? How do you get started when you have no clients? How do you build your social media? How do you build a website? What website template to use? I mean, I could go on and on and on, and this isn't even ChatGPT. I could sit down and write 100 topics that the average person would want to know about photography without using Claude or ChatGPT or anything because I've been in this industry 26 years. But if you go, all right, Anna, I haven't been around 26 years. I don't have enough ideas. All you do is go to Claude or go to ChatGPT and start typing and say, who are you? I'm Anna Brandt. I've been a photographer for 2 years. I just got started in my newborn photography business, but I want to help others along the way. Can you give me 5 talking points? Can you give me 5 ideas for a PDF? Can you give me an idea for a course? Can you give me ideas to go live? Can you give me ideas for Reels? Can you give me captions for Instagram? Can you give me hashtags for Instagram? Whatever you put into the AI, it's going to come back and say, sure, how about this, this, and this? And then it'll say, what would you like me to expand on? Do you want me to write the course? Do you want me to write the PDF? Do you want me to write the keynote? Do you want me to create a download? What do you want me to do with this data? And you go back and forth. This was not available 2 years ago, guys. Some of this wasn't even available the way it is now a year ago. You can literally sit and go back and forth and write your own guide and then literally pin it up all over your wall and go, today I'm going to do this. Today I'm going to do this. Do you want to sell your own image generation? Etsy stock just took a huge plunge because they're taking such a big chunk of the market, but you don't have to sell on Etsy. You can open up your own Squarespace store, your own Stan store, your own Shopify store today. You can go to Midjourney, create images, upscale them, and then sell them. People are buying it round the clock. Are you a teacher? Are you someone that creates materials for your students? Well, think about other teachers that don't have time. They're overwhelmed. They don't have time to recreate the wheel. Do you know that more teachers buy online PDF and content from Etsy than any other business? Because they're constantly having to teach the students, right? They need clip art, they need images, they need transparent files, they need things for their bulletin board, they need coloring books for their kids to color, coloring book sheets, crossword puzzles. They need all of this stuff. And back then, they used to have to buy it or source it from other scholastic bookstores, but now they can just go on Etsy or go anywhere and buy this content. As I mentioned before, maybe it's recipes, maybe it's gardening, maybe you know how to sew, anything you know how to do, people are doing it. You go on YouTube, you see the tutorials, they're doing it all day long. So why can't you? You can. You can. Okay. Why I think AI headshots are a game changer. And that's one of the things that I released today. Because you can create a personal brand with not just one photo. And trust me when I tell you, now that you're listening to this and now that I'm saying it, I'm going to warn you, it's going to be all in your feed. But here's the problem with what's going on with headshots right now is the audience is really kind of geared towards young influencers, blonde girls in their Lululemon, hanging out with, their Mai Tais by the pool. And it's not really addressing a lot of the business side, the realtors who maybe need multiple headshots for promotion for their open houses, maybe the teachers who need handouts for their schools, maybe the person that's being asked to be on podcasts and they constantly need headshots, maybe the person writing their book and they're trying to put press out there so they need more headshots, maybe a coach who's like helping on the side and they're putting out flyers like, hey, I can coach your kid how to do basketball, but they need a headshot. They don't have the time or the money to go do headshots. Now they can generate their own headshots. Corporate creators, I mean, on and on and on. The images are gorgeous. People love them. If you train your AI model correctly, you'll have really good images. Okay. So I created the AI headshot. So in the Digital Academy, the website that I showed you, I already created this course in module 2. And many of you that are watching this are probably in that course. You've probably learned how to train your LoRa and how to train your own AI images. So if you're in that course and you've shared your images, I think it's great. I think you need to continue doing it. I think that on a regular basis, you should get in the habit of training your model because the more you train your model, the better it's going to be. I train my model sometimes every day, sometimes every week. Uh, Today I ran it like 5 times. I'm constantly training my model, and people love it. Now, get out of the photography space for a minute and think of all the people that constantly need to show their face. Maybe it's affiliate marketing. Maybe they're Amazon affiliates. Maybe they're doing faceless channels. I didn't even address that in here, but you can do your AI headshot all faceless. You don't have to be in the camera. It could be you typing in the computer, you looking down to a phone, you writing in a chalkboard, you working on a paper, and maybe you're trying to sell a PDF on how to grow carrots, I don't know, in your garden. And so it's not like you've got to be in the camera like, hey, this is me, how to build carrots, but you need me weeding the garden and pulling the carrots out, and me showing the book that I've created on carrots and the recipe on carrots. And so I need pictures of me because I am the brand that's selling the carrot book. And so that's why this comes in handy. And so many photographers aren't tapping into it because they feel like it's just killing the industry. And it's not. It's actually doing an advantage to our industry because you're going to get better images if you have nice professional headshots. So there's a couple ways you can go about this. You can sell your professional headshot and then offer a second package and create these headshots for your clients. So if you're someone that does corporate headshots, I don't do them anymore. I gave them to my son. I do child headshots. But corporate headshots, I no longer do them. But if I was doing them, I would have a package for your corporate headshot, and then I would have a digital package that says, I'm going to create your AI twin, and I'm going to give you maybe 5 digital images of different variations. You can even tell me, do you want your AI twin at a computer, reading a book, in an airport? Where do you want your AI twin? And then every couple of months, you can say, just checking in. How's your AI twin? Do you want another 5 images? Do you want another 10 images? This is something that could be ongoing recurring revenue. So if you're someone that wants to just do this for yourself or do it for other people, all you need is module 2 in the digitalacademyai.com. You don't even need to worry about the product I'm going to show you or selling it. You can just do it on your own and sell it to your clients. If you're somebody that wants to make money, this opportunity is for you. I have created a second headshot course. No one has been able to log into it yet because we just opened it up today. But I have created a second AI headshot course that is geared towards the average consumer because the headshot course I have right now in the digitalacademyai.com is more for photographers, and it's a little challenging. It takes a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or whatever you need to really kind of figure out and do it and tweak it. So I decided to slim it down and make it much more user friendly and to appeal to the average market out there that is not photographers. Okay. In addition, I created a community in school, skool.com, to give support for this course. Okay. And so in this and in this school area, you'll have sales page, you'll have emails, you'll have social graphics. You can sell my course. You don't have to recreate it to other people. So I'll show you real quick that if we go to Stan Store, you can see that my course is here. Now, a lot of people may go, what is Stan Store? I don't know what it is. If you don't know what it is, it's very popular in the digital creation world. Very popular. Just Google it. And the reason people love it is you can come here and you can create this product in about 5 minutes. If you know what product you're creating, it doesn't take any amount of time to create this product. Well, Stan Store also has an affiliate program. So I can make you an affiliate of this course, and whatever I have it sold at, if you share your affiliate link, you will make 70% of that. So you don't need to write your own course. I've already done it for you. You don't need to create any supporting data. I've already done it for you. All you're doing is sharing the link. Now, you're going to sell more if you have your own AI twin. So I highly recommend, if you haven't done it, that you take the course and you learn how to create your own AI twin, because then you can be like, posting it and you don't even need to say it's AI. And then if someone goes, oh my gosh, I love that picture of you, be like, you know what? It's my AI twin. Do you want to learn how to do this? I bought this great course. And if you want to learn how to do this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you could do it for your coaching business or your book business or your podcast business or your Amazon affiliate business. They're going to go, oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely want to learn. They buy the course, you make 70% commission and you don't have to do anything. It's basically network marketing for the digital content world. And this isn't new, by the way. If you search MRR, PRR, rights release content, done for you products, you'll find a million of them out there. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands. I think what makes mine stand out is mine is geared towards the professional market, the photography market, the high-end market. Well, a lot of what's out there is very not cartoonish, but is very young influencer. You'll see a lot of young influencers sitting by the pool in their bikini, getting on corporate jets, at resorts, and they're wearing cute tight clothes and they're like, look at me, I'm an influencer. But I'm kind of gearing it to a more professional crowd because I think it's an underserved market. I have modules in there for the young adult as well as for men. And so what's great about this is you'll be an affiliate and you can sell this starting tomorrow. So who can do this? Anyone, teens, moms, coaches, anybody. So let's talk about resale rights. If you go to the digitalacademyai.com, I already have things out there that people buy all the time and they resell it. MRR is master resale rights. You sell and give resale access. They can resell it as many times as they want. Private label is where you edit and brand it as your own. Private label is nothing new. You buy creams that are private label, you buy cereal that's private label. In every single industry, people sell the rights. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, you'll hear licensing rights. You'll hear that people go, I love this recipe you have. We should sell the license to Kellogg and have them, put it out there because they own mass market. This is everything I'm telling you. This is not new, and there's people making a lot of money. You can Google all of this. So I do have people that have bought my courses, and you're going to go, well, Anna, why would someone buy your items and then resell it? So many reasons. Number one, they want to make money. It's just that simple. And so there's a lot of people that have their own stores, or they may say, oh, I took this course at Anna's and I really liked it. Or I bought this book. I don't know why these aren't coming up. Okay, let's see if I can pull this up. I don't know why these are not coming up. I'll go back and look why they're not coming up. So you should be able to see. I just switched the domain, so I'll go back and look at that. But on this site, you can basically know, oh, I know why. It's Anna, wrong site. Wrong site. It's Ana Brandt AI. So the Digital Academy AI is to learn how to do this. Ana Brandt AI is to sell my products. So there are people. And you come in my store, you can see, for example, that I have these guides. So there are other photographers that have bought these guides and put it in their own store. You can actually do that. And you're going to say, well, why would someone do that? Because why not? They make 100% commission. So for example, if you bought my first year book for $45 and you had an Etsy store, a Stan store, a Squarespace store, a Shopify store, you're buying the resale rights. You can put this in your store and you would make 100% profit over all of this. I don't take any money. That's why people do MRR, RI, RR. There's tons of people buying content, tons. It's huge. Some people don't actually create any content. All they do is sell other people's content. I was telling the photographers earlier today that there's a creator that in the past 4 weeks has made $24,000 as an affiliate selling somebody else's headshot course. Think about people that don't have jobs, but they want to be affiliates for Amazon or whatever. you can sell all of this. And there'll be people that will just randomly find you. You may think, oh, well, Anna, everyone knows you, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of people that don't know me that may just stumble upon you. And so if you post something in your story and your clients following you, they're going to be like, oh, what's Heather doing? What's Susan doing? Oh, let me click on this. Oh, AI headshots. I think I want to learn that. And next thing you know, they'll buy it. So, for the first time ever, I have recreated this course. It's called the AI Headshot with Ana Brandt. And this course gives access to school.com, where the course is. So it's not in the digital academy AI.com. It is in school.com. So they can take the course. And then there's also an area for affiliates where you can literally sell this and make 70% commission. And it goes over how to create your own headshot, how to do image to video, how to do affiliates. There is an information there for men, for teens. All of this is included. We did a 24-hour sale today that we announced this morning that'll go through tomorrow that makes it $99. That $99 means that not only do you have the course, not only will you have access to school.com, but you have the rights to resell it and you make 70%. So when the $99 goes off, that $199 that's on my stand store, it'll be on sale for $140 for 4th of July weekend. So it's a great way to make some sales this weekend, especially if you already have an AI twin. You can certainly have some fun with it. I'm going to give you tons of ideas tomorrow of how to sell this, but it'll be on sale for 4th of July weekend to the public for $140. 70% of $140 is $98, which means you lost $1 on your first sale. That's it. And then after your first sale, it's paid for, and you can sell this over and over and over again. Let's say you sell it 10 times. That's $700 that you made without creating a course, without doing anything. All you've done is share it. That's it. That's it. So unlike, network marketing where you have to buy the cream, use the cream, and you spend all your earnings on the creams, you're selling my product. I've done everything for you. You're going to make money off of it. And again, there's nothing new about what I'm telling you. There's other people doing this in the creator space, making a lot of money. I was sharing earlier today that there is a content creator that started this in March. I think she had 150 people that were following her on her Instagram page. When she first announced it and said, like, DM me for more information, one person replied. She kept showing up for every single day, regardless. I went down to her first post, and first it was one person, then it was two persons. She started mid-March. It's now July 1. She's made $200,000. No joke. This is actual facts. So she kept showing up. She didn't go, only one person replied to me, I only have 150 followers. She didn't, after a week, go, only 4 people replied to me, I only have 300 followers. And even now, she only has like 45,000 followers. But 45,000 followers is pretty good in 2 months, right? And wouldn't $200,000 be really nice? Not saying you're going to make $200,000. I mean, you could. There's really no limit to what you can make. That's the thing. And it could be in any conversation. You could be talking to a client. I always talk to my clients and I'm always like, oh, what business are you in? I never say, what do you do? I just say, oh, what business are you in? And if they say, oh, I do eyelashes, I'll be like, oh my gosh, you should do an AI twin, because then you can make your AI twin with all kinds of beautiful eyelashes. And just think, if you're someone that does eyelashes or hair, you could have so much fun with your twin, because your twin today could have red hair that's curled. Tomorrow, your twin could have blonde hair with extra long extensions, hair extensions. You could do so much, and it's going to be so appealing on your social. It's going to be so appealing, and people are going to be drawn to you, and then they're going to go to your product. A lot of it is stopping the scroll, getting attention, and that's why these AI headshots are doing so well, because it's not necessarily really about the AI. It's about whatever product you're selling. I'm a photographer. I'm a visual person. I'm in the business of visual images. So I've got to show up. And me showing up the same every day is super boring. Me showing up at the airport with the back to me with rolling my bag, I don't have time to do that at the airport. I'm trying to catch my next plane. So when I post an AI image, people love it. When I was talking at the B&H event, I was showing them a picture of me in Dubai. Well, the real me in Dubai, my hair is like out to here because the wind's whipping, the clothes are whipping, my camera's probably has sand all over it. I do not look amazing, but I can make my twin, my AI twin, look really amazing in Dubai. Post that image. All someone's really seeing is Anna in Dubai, Anna in Dubai. They're going to my profile and they're seeing I have a workshop in Dubai. That's the point of it. But the problem is photographers are getting so hung up. They're like, oh, it's not authentic. It's not this. It's not that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These images are based off of me, my professional headshots, who I am, and it's all about my brand. This is not meant to replace photography. This is meant to give more eyes and ears to your brand. So let's say you have a client that says, oh, I have a party planning business, or I have a balloon business, or I do, I don't know, give me a business. You can then go, you know what? I would love to help you create your AI twin. I would love to help you do it because then you can take these images and help promote your brand. So I didn't even look. I didn't even look in the chat. I completely forgot there was a chat. I do this every time. So if I missed anyone in the chat, just let me know. I wasn't even looking. If you have any questions now, everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. Let me know. So what do you need to know? If you go to annabrandtai.com, you can see that the Headshot Pro course is here. It's $99. I think it's going to be $99 until tomorrow, July 2nd at 6 p.m. And that is when the school is going to open, skool.com. I'll actually be in a session, I think, at that time, but don't worry, the doors will be open for the school and anyone that has already paid, and I know that's late on the East Coast, so maybe you can look at it July 4th. But you'll have access to the course, you'll have access to the affiliate. Information. You'll actually probably get information about how to be set up your affiliate account before then, because you'll want that information as soon as possible. Even if you don't have time to do the course, you can even just post my image, post on your story, be like, I'm taking this cool course by Ana Brandt. And I'm going to learn how to create my AI twin. I can't wait to show you what I do. There might be people that don't want to do it themselves, but want to pay you to do their AI twin. So I think there's going to be multiple things that are happening here. Not only will they go, well, I think I'm interested. I think I want to do this course, or maybe I'll hire Heather to create my AI twin. Yes, you do. Well, it's kind of all in one. So the $99 purchase gives you access to the school, which is super important because it's going to give you the affiliate graphics. Remember, I'm creating all of the graphics for you. So it's a $99 fee. If you don't ever want to take the course and you just want to sell it, that's fine. Because there may be people that do that buy it and they just kind of scan over the content and maybe they don't do it, but they just sell it. But yes, there is a fee to do it because I'm providing all of the content for you. And anytime you're buying the rights to resell, and that is very common in the content digital world, you have to be able to buy something to resell it because it's a 70% deal. If I wasn't giving you the rights to resell it, the affiliate would be like 10%, which is how a lot of affiliate programs are. But when you're buying the rights to resell, it's much higher. It's anywhere from 70 to 80 to 90%. And if you do any kind of Googling, there's tons of courses like this. There's tons of them that you can buy. So you can see on this page all of the information. The price is $99. Tomorrow at 6, it'll be $199. I think I got something. Okay, so let me kind of just explain again. So the Digital Academy AI, this is where the courses that I have, we have photographers, we have creators in here that are part of this academy where they're learning. So if you don't want to be an affiliate and you just want to learn how to do your own AI headshot, you can just buy this $99 course, learn how to do it. Don't become an affiliate, do it on your own. That's what everyone's been doing to this point because the affiliate option wasn't open. So there are a lot of people that are members of this, especially our platinum members, especially our all access platinum members. They have this. So we have not a lot, but we have a couple of hundred members in the Digital Academy. So you can be in here, not resell it, not be an affiliate, just learn, do it for yourself, do it for your clients. If you want to make 70% off of my course, that is the same course, but it's a little simpler. I've redesigned it for the average person, so it's a little cleaner, simpler, prettier. Then you would buy this. Okay. And you will get an affiliate link that you can sell it. Okay. Does that make sense, Crystal? Hopefully. Let me know if anyone has any questions. I'm going to be wrapping this up, but I just thought I would explain it. If you have any questions between now and July 2nd at 6 p.m., please feel free to reach out in my photographers group or just send me a direct email, anna@annabrandt.com, and I'm happy to help you out. Keep in mind that if this is something you're not interested in, but you want to just monetize your mind or learn how to create your own courses or things like that, then you might want to check out the Digital Academy because there's tons of information and resources in there that will help you out. So I'll come back and put all the resources back here. So you can just go here and learn at your own pace. You can learn AI headshots. There's self-paced tools and training. You don't have to be an affiliate, but if you want to do a side hustle and make money from selling my course, look how sexy I look at the airport. If you know me, I would never dress like that at the airport, and I would never be standing holding a cocktail like at the airport, but it gets attention. If I were to post this to my Instagram right now, it would get attention. And isn't that what you want? Don't you want to stop the scroll? Don't you want people to go, wait a minute, who is that Heather girl? Who is that Susan girl? Who is that Lucy girl? I want to see what she has to offer. Before you know it, you may have a portrait client. And that's one of the things that's been a huge benefit of doing AI. So many of my clients come to me and they're like, I love that you're creative. I love that you're learning new things. The husbands love my newborn sessions, because sometimes they'll just ask me in the middle of a session. They'll just be like, do you mind if I ask you a marketing question? Do you mind if I ask you an AI question? Men love it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to help. I'm an open book. This isn't the time to gatekeep. This is the time to share and let other people know. Think of all the people that would benefit from learning how to do an AI twin. Think of the realtors trying to sell houses. Think of people selling their own books. Think of people that are opening up a daycare. Maybe they're babysitting. Maybe your daughter is going to be a babysitter and she needs pictures of her babysitting. She can make an AI twin. It's just not realistic to do photo sessions every single day. Do you want to really get up and do makeup every single day? So, Crystal, if you're in the Digital Academy, those modules, those aren't for reselling. The only thing that is reselling is the AI course. You can go to the digitalacademyai.com and just learn those modules on your own. That's just for the creator who wants to make more money, who wants to create their own courses, their own coloring books. I teach you how to make music. I teach you image to video. That's for those that want to just make money on their own. If you want to sell my course, you're buying the resale rights. If we buy the resale rights, we have a copy for us. Yes, and it is different than the version you have because I cleaned it up and made it a little bit better. Yes, it's easier. You'll see tomorrow how easy it is. Yes, you have full access to everything, Lori, everything. And you'll have the graphics to sell it. So if you're someone that looked at the original course with AI Laura, you're gonna like it tomorrow because it's simpler, easier, prettier, cleaner. You'll love it. Okay, any other questions? Honestly, I'm here to support you. I'm here to help. I've been saying that for 2.5 years, that I have been sharing and telling anyone who will listen. You know, when I was done at the B&H conference and there was like 150 people in the room and they all wanted to like do this now, they all were like ready to go. They're like, you mean I can create courses and I can sell? And I'm like, yes, 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 and yes. Here's the thing. Anytime you're trying to sell something, whether it's your photography, whether it's a book, a PDF, a course, a dress, a product, you need pictures to sell, right? And we have to show up. Our image is very important. And I think that we forget that the more we share who we are, the more we draw people in. I could post a picture of a baby outfit, a newborn. I'll get a couple likes. I post me with the baby, me with the outfit, 10 to 1, a bigger response every single time. No one cares if it's AI or not. No one cares. And they love it. And let me tell you, now is the time. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. Listen, this is the time, guys. This is growing, 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 growing. It's only going to keep growing. I love to jump on early technology. I was coding websites at 22, guys. I am one of those people that I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly growing. What's great about the school community is we'll grow it. We'll grow it. And image to video and the video generation, that's a whole other thing. And it's just going to keep growing, just like the AI Creative Collective. When I started with the AI Creative Collective, I started with 10 weeks. I started with 10 weeks of videos. And here we are, 2.5 years later. There's hundreds of videos, thousands of images, and people all over the world learning how to do this. So it's only going to grow and only get better. So hopefully this webinar kind of explains what I'm doing, my initiative. Reach out if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing all those who jumped in the school tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to just make your first sale and make your money back. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to celebrate with you. All right, guys, have a good night. I'm Ana Brandt.